Today there are interesting updates from the Russian Federation. Here, the Ukrainians are depriving the Russian armed forces of ammunition, crucial for every aspect of warfare. By targeting every step in the production chain, from the very first stage of gunpowder production to ammunition depots near the front line, Ukraine is making sure the Russians won't have enough shells, rockets and drones to launch. Ukraine has dealt another devastating blow to Russia's war machine with the destruction of one of its largest gunpowder factories. A massive blast ripped through the elastic plant in the Ryazan region following a Ukrainian drone strike, obliterating 4 major buildings, including critical powder storage facilities. The strike reportedly destroyed around 300 tons of artillery powder and hundreds of 152mm shells. The destruction was compounded by heavy casualties among the staff, who worked around the clock in non-stop shifts to sustain Russia's artillery demands. Footage from locals showed huge flames and the complete annihilation of the workshop where the explosion originated. As expected, Russian authorities attempted to dismiss the event as a safety violation, but the scale of the destruction and the nature of the firestorm confirmed this was no accident, but a precise Ukrainian strike against one of Russia's most vital war production centers. In Tambov, another Ukrainian drone strike destroyed the Kotovsky gunpowder plant, a facility under Rostec that manufactures critical powders for weapons and ammunition. This site was especially significant, as it is the only factory in Russia capable of producing certain nitrocellulose-based powders. Its loss is irreplaceable in the short term, compounding Russia's growing shortages of artillery and rocket propellants. With 2 of Russia's main gunpowder factories reduced to rubble, Ukrainian forces have demonstrated a strategy aimed not just at the battlefield but at the very foundations of Russia's war economy. The broader Ukrainian campaign is clear: strike Russia's defense industry at its roots. By targeting gunpowder plants, chemical facilities and depots, Ukraine is systematically dismantling the production cycle that feeds the Russian war effort. Without powder, explosives or propellants, even the most advanced missile or artillery system becomes useless. This strategy ensures that the Russian army is weakened long before weapons even reach the front line. One of the most notable attacks took place in the Moscow region, where Ukrainian drones struck the Research Institute of Applied Chemistry in Sergeyev Posad. This enterprise produced thermobaric warheads for Shahed drones and incendiary mixtures for Russia's notorious TOS-1 thermobaric artillery systems. In addition, Ukrainian forces targeted the Krasnozavodsk chemical plant, a critical facility that produced oxidizers and propellants for S-300 and S-400 air defense systems, as well as Iskander and Buk missiles. In Tula Oblast, Ukrainian drones hit the Azot chemical plant for a second time in recent months, sparking fires at a site tied closely to Russia's defense production. Further south, Ukrainian drones pummeled the Novinomysky Azot plant in Stavropol Krai with 20 explosions, targeting nitric acid production essential for high explosives like octogen and hexogen. Reports confirmed the facility was still burning after the attack, also its second in 2 months. Similarly, near Belgorod, the Selena chemical reagent plant in Shebekino was struck, igniting fires and disrupting yet another component of Russia's supply chain. Even when ammunition makes it through the production process, Ukraine continues to hunt it down before it can be deployed. Ukrainian drones struck occupied Donetsk, igniting an ammunition depot, while another operation targeted Russian jets and storage sites at the Saki air base in Crimea. In Melitopol, footage emerged of a Russian depot erupting in massive secondary explosions, underscoring Ukraine's relentless pursuit of enemy munitions at every stage of their way to the front. Overall, the Ukrainian campaign is systematic, devastating, and long-term in vision, and by hitting gunpowder factories, chemical plants, and ammunition depots, Ukraine is ensuring that Russia faces a mounting supply crisis that will cripple both its offensive and defensive capabilities. Ukrainians target facilities that cannot be easily replaced, as restarting production at destroyed plants will take months, if not years, to restore. For Russia, this means fewer shells, fewer rockets, and fewer options to pressure Ukraine both at the front and in the rear. For Ukraine, it is a decisive strategy, dismantling the enemy's war machine one critical explosion at a time. If you are against the invasion of Ukraine and you want to support the work that I am doing, consider subscribing to our own independent news website. Here you can find our exclusive strategic insights, comprehensive overviews of all fronts, and regular tactical analysis videos. By subscribing, you will not only show your support for this channel, but also help and defend independent journalism. The link to our website is in the description. Thank you for watching this report, and I appreciate everyone who stepped up to join us.